Hey. We don't stop. We don't stop. We keep bringing back one powerhouse woman after the next. We're talking about Women's Empowerment Week. And I have been blessed out of my gore with all the incredible powerhouse women we've dialed up each and every day. We've been committed. We've been focused. And guess what's happened? We made an impact. And the impact is not going to stop. I've got another powerhouse, phenomenal lady I'm about to introduce you to. Let's bring in Miss Caitland Rodgers. Caitlyn, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you today, Jay?
I'm doing great. And it's so great to have you here to really share your message. I got an opportunity to hear about what Caitlyn's doing just a few weeks ago. And I've been like mesmerized because I'm like, she has the guts and the audacity to go against the norm. So Caitlyn, would you please introduce yourself to our audience, a little bit about yourself, and then a little bit about what you're doing, and we'll get into it. Over to you.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Jay, first for having me on your platform. And my name is Caitlyn, and I am the CEO and founder of UnitedPeople. And what we are doing is we are solving the problem of getting equal access to capital. We are for United People. And the problem that we are solving is bridging the gap for women and people of color. Less than 1% of funding goes to women and people of color. And we want to be able to level the playing field. And we are doing so by providing a two-sided marketplace that allows for accredited investors and also for entrepreneurs like yourself and for many others who have a small business, who have a real estate transaction, and also a startup business, and they're looking for funding. Well, they can potentially come on our platform and host their offering on the platform. And their offering will be marketed to those accredited investors. And those accredited investors will then choose to invest in those businesses or real estate transactions in exchange for equity.
This is awesome, man. I mean, how did this idea come about, Caitlyn? I mean, did you stumble on it? Did you think about it? How did you get this idea?
Absolutely not. So on Clubhouse, the opportunities are just expound, as you know. And I went into a room and I met a guy. His name was Manny Fernandez, and he was talking about crowdfunding. And I'm a real estate developer. So I have a development that I'm currently working on in a community that's a 30% affordable and the rest at a market rate development. And we were looking for certain ways to get access to funding. And of course, on a more political level, I was looking for ways to make an impact in the community for our people that are underrepresented. And I felt this was a way to do it. So I kept going into those rooms, learning and understanding and educating myself every step of the way on crowdfunding. And then I went, there was a room, it was a Shark Tank event. I remember the day. It was a Shark Tank event. And I went on stage and I pitched to the entire crowd. And I was nervous. I was excited and I was nervous. But I understood that this was a potential solution to a major problem that we have in our communities. And so I went on stage, I pitched it, and our first investor, Manny Fernandez, invested $50,000 because he understood our mission, he understood our goal, and the problem and the solution that we are trying to provide.
Wow. So you're saying this happened on Clubhouse?
This happened on Clubhouse in front of everyone.
How long have you been on Clubhouse?
I've been on Clubhouse, I believe the mid of January 13. And it actually, Jay, this is important.
This year?
This year.
You got to tell this story. This is getting better.
It happened on the last day of Black History Month. And it was so important because this is what our community needs. And we played just a small script of the Willie Lynch letter to help people understand some of the mind chains that we have, and to break free and to understand that some of the roots to our problems are really just being able to get access to capital. So then you can grow your business and you can pour into those communities, and then you can help your family, and that'll pour in on a domino effect.
Wow. See, I don't think most people understand the power of what's happening now with social media. You had this idea, you get on, because I remember seeing the rooms on Clubhouse. For those of you that don't know what it is, I suggest you find out quickly. And you want to follow Caitlyn for sure. because she's bringing some power there. But so you go in, and did you have any idea that you were going to be picked to talk, or how did that come about?
Actually, no, I had no idea that I was going to be picked to talk. There's so many people that raised their hands, and I was sitting in that room for hours. So you
Okay.
do have to, wait your turn and wait your time. But when you're prepared and the opportunity presents itself, it is a recipe for success, and that's exactly what happened. And we went on, Jay. This is so vital, important
Okay.
because of what happened that night. We went on to raise another $100,000. We weren't even fundraising, Jay. We weren't
Wow.
even fundraising. It's because people understand that crowdfunding, it's the future. It's the
Yeah.
future of investing, and it's
Yeah.
giving the power back to the people, back to our communities.
I'm like absolutely so impressed. I know our audience is too. This is like unbelievable. So you literally manifested, you created your break. You were there, you were hungry for this. Maybe
Oh,
you could speak, because there's ladies out there right now, because of the pandemic, everybody's in the house, they don't know what they can do. You created a break. What was in you? Maybe talk on that a little bit, Caitlyn, about what made that come out at that moment to create your break.
absolutely. So, it's a hunger that I already was prepared for, I think, because I was going through a change in my life. And I knew that the change was it was going to have a big impact on my life. And that I knew I wanted to impact the world on a higher level, not just on an insurance level, not just helping people save and on their auto insurance or on their home insurance. I wanted to be able to make a change in someone's life. And so I studied, I educated myself, and that's what led me into development. And so I went into a community and I said, this is what I want to provide for this community. And in doing so, they were ecstatic. They were pushed back that a Black woman at this, was willing to come in and risk something of such a high value. I mean, this is a $9 million project we're talking about. So
Wow.
it's a huge risk that comes involved with this. And they were so impressed. And I proved to them, because it was a 9-month process. I proved to them that I was up for the task and that I could fulfill the goals. And not only that, but stick true to the community, that I had the interest of the community at my heart, and to make sure that what I was building was for the community. And I'm still in the process of doing that. But in the process of doing this, because of that success and because of moving forward and developing myself, because guys, this is 2 years' time. Nothing like this happens overnight. Because of the preparation, because of educating myself on good debt, bad debt, how to build your credit, how to purchase real estate. And because of that, I was led into a room where someone potentially was talking about how to raise money. And this was the only key I was missing. And once I was able to soak up that knowledge, and man, Jay, equity crowdfunding is just the first. There's so many ways we're going to go about doing this, but we
Okay.
want to start. We don't want any reason or problems to be an excuse of why we're not starting today. And that's why we're starting the route that we're going.
Man, that's like, and you talk about empowering. This is unbelievable. You brought up Manny Fernandez, which was the first Latino shark on Shark Tank, actually on the
Mhm.
television show. So what role has Manny played? Because I've been able to spend a couple of moments with him in some of these rooms. He's been bringing power. What's that relationship like, and how has he impacted your life?
Oh my God, he's impacted it in so many ways, Jay. It's a blessing. Manny has done more than his fair share, but what I want to point out that Manny has done that a lot of people might not take out the time to do, that is of how Manny's statue, is that Manny taught me how to fish. Manny could have easily given me the fish, but he taught me how to fish, and he's consistently doing it every day. We get on calls for an hour, sometimes 2 hours, where he's pouring into me, educating me, telling me this is where you should study, this is what you need to read, this is how you're going to build. So he's really like a person like that's pioneered this space, and that
Wow.
is pouring it into myself, so therefore I can go and teach others how to create their own equity crowd funds, or give them a potential place to put their businesses or put their real estate on the platform, where they can then market it to thousands of investors. I mean, the internet is, I don't know if you've heard this, the internet is the new hedge fund. I mean, it's the new way to bring in money. It's
Right.
incredible.
It's incredible. I'm just loving this story. I know it's helping our viewers so much. There are going to be thousands of people that see this. There's going to be young ladies out there that are trying to figure out their way. What would you say to a young woman or someone that's trying to figure out their way and they've been confused or maybe they've been looked over? What advice would you give to them, Caitlin?
I would tell them to center themselves. Take a moment to understand, what is your why? What is your purpose in this world? Why are you living? What do you want to do in this world? And what do you love? And then find a way to plan on how you can make money on impacting the world in that manner. So that number one, you're doing what you love. Number two, you're impacting someone's life. And number three, you're changing your own life because it feels good when you're
Yeah.
helping someone else. It feels
Yes.
great. And that is why I love Clubhouse so much.
That's awesome. So your platform now, how can people find out more about what you're doing? Where can you direct them to? Because people need to know about this.
Absolutely, Jay. So you guys can go to my Instagram. I have a link that's linked to our page on Instagram, which is United People, called Up. If you guys go to our Instagram page, you will there find our website, and that'll link you directly to our landing page. Our website is not fully automatically up, but you can subscribe on that page, and that way you're notified as soon as we go live with the platform. And
Okay, so
also,
Caitlin, can you let them know what your Instagram account is, please?
of course, so it's Caitlyn. I'm sorry, it's Kate_blessed. Kate, CAIT _ and then blessed.
Yes, we'll put that also on our site because people need to know. So what's your timeline? Is everything active and live now, or are you building it out right now?
We're in the process of building it out as we speak, the automated system. We're hoping to go live on Sunday. And we actually, if you're on Clubhouse, people that are watching this, if you're on Clubhouse, we go live every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. I want everyone to understand that United People, UP for the abbreviation, is just, it's not just a platform, it's a movement. It's a movement that requires three things. These are important things. It requires organizing ourselves as a community. It there also requires to educate ourselves. And doing so, these two things, we're preparing ourselves. And the third one is taking action. We are preparing ourselves to take action that leads to a recipe of success. And that is what UP, the movement of United People, is all about. So join us Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And so you guys can be a part of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna spread that word. So you got on Clubhouse. What's your handle on Clubhouse? How do people find you there?
On Clubhouse, it's the same thing, Kate_blessed.
Okay. And I see somebody put that. Matter of fact, my wife put that in the comments. She's like she's going, yes, yes, yes. Lena's loving what you're talking about. We're so proud of you. I'm so honored to know you. Where are you from originally?
I'm actually originally from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas. And you still there?
I'm still here.
But you're about to take this all over the place.
I'm taking this all over. We're going all over. If you guys are aware of our competitors, Fundrise, Start Engine, Indiegogo, I mean, Republic, it's amazing what's happening, guys. This is going to become a $1 billion industry. It's going to be the future of how investing occurs. And I encourage everyone to become a part of what we're doing, whether that's investing on the platform, whether that's becoming an accredited investor and signing up to exchange equity within the businesses in the real estate, or if you're an entrepreneur who has a dream and you're ready, all you need is access to capital. You're ready to take those action steps. Join United People, join our network, join our club, get involved.
Man, I'm loving this. Caitlin, you're one of the inspirations, for just your energy is part of the inspiration. I've got a new book coming out called The Power of a Woman from the Perspective of Real Men. And on behalf of all real men out there, I want to say you are one powerhouse woman. What do you think about that title? The Power of a Woman from the Perspective of Real Men. I'd love to get your feedback on that title.
I think that we are giving the due diligence due. I think we're finally giving the due diligence due because the women we've always been powerful by nature and in history as well. but the women have taken control in a way that America has allowed us to. We're no longer accepting the no. We are taking control, and whatever we have to do to get that yes, to accomplish our goals, we are giving it 110%, not just 100. And I think that's the difference between today and maybe what 100 years looked like before.
Man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for you to get. We're going to send you a free copy of the book, going to sign it, and we're going to love to do another show with you going, all right, you read it. We love to get your feedback because I know you're about to take off and blast. It's just been such an honor, getting to know you and getting to understand where you're coming from. Now, I like to kind of hit on this subject because most people don't want to talk about it. You mentioned, people of color. You talked about not having as much access. What would you say to little brown and black girls out there on their way that maybe have been discouraged by what they've seen in this world? What would you say to them?
I would tell them this. There was once a woman who made a hair product for every woman that had a certain hair texture. And she used this product. It was so famous. It grew popular almost everywhere today. And she had to go to so many people to raise the money to create the product, to manufacture her product. And in the end, she was able to raise the funds, but it took long, hard work raising that money. And I want you to know that there are so many Madam CJ Walkers walking around right now who don't believe that they have access to capital, who don't believe that they can build something of that size of an empire, who can create that many jobs for their communities. I am here to tell you that you can not only do it, but you can build a network around you today that will encourage you, that will inspire you, and that will be able to build the resources you need to move you forward. There's no excuse today. There is no excuse on why you can't take action on your dreams and your goals. Today is the day. And United People up, we can only go up from here.
United People up. That's just got fire to that name.
Up.
All the way up. We need to put the song on. We're going all the way up.
Yes, all the way up.
I'm loving what I'm hearing here. So we got people that are making comments. They're like changing lives, loving this. They're like, learn to yes, go fish, get after it. Yes, taking it. You are inspiring people right here, right now. Oh, this is unbelievable to watch the impact. Now, you personally talking to women with your platform, what you're doing, are you going to be the type of CEO that says, you know what, I'm going to be very active and proactive in the community, not just providing a company? What kind of mission statement does Caitlyn have in regards to being the CEO of your company?
Yes, so we will be actively involved, and that's why it's important that our first 5 investments, our first 5 offerings that will go on the platform will actually come from Clubhouse. And the reason why is because we want to be able to show example of what we're looking for and how we're going to be able to keep up with their progress and how they're able to use those funds that they raise to build their businesses. So we can show people what an example looks like, that when you're prepared and you're met with success on capital, and you can scale your business and create those jobs that are needed in that community, then people will grow the belief, Jay. And the belief is the most important piece because you can do it. All you have to do is believe in yourself. And I want to be able to push you to get there.
Ooh, man, I hope everybody should have felt that power. Going to get that push in. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to definitely push with you. We're going to support this. I want to help you spread this message. You've inspired the heck out of me today. I'm going to learn as much as I can. I'm going to blow the whistle and call the troops to come in and support Caitlyn on her mission to make an impact, to provide access, because look at my skin. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's time for change. We just need to tear it down. We're not talking about not excluding other people. We're talking about including everybody. That's what I'm getting from the conversation. Is that about right?
Everyone, because I think that everyone now, since the occurrence of George Floyd, I think everyone now understands what the movement requires of today. And I think that's why you see so many people from so many backgrounds coming together and uniting as one on different platforms. But we can come together on a community, and that Clubhouse has allowed us the environment, the platform. We can come together and show people what Clubhouse is doing. And I'm an example of it. I mean, I don't want to announce this, Jay. I'm excited to announce it. I will say it now here. It's exclusive for you, Jay. But the former CEO of T-Mobile, John, was our last investor.
Wow. Did y'all hear that? She took an idea, a thought, and you turned it into a thing that's attracting powerhouses like the CEO of T-Mobile.
He has joined our board. Yes, sir. Who was able to create. It's an amazing feeling.
How's your family feeling? Is your family feeling? How are they feeling about that?
It's amazing. My family they're blessed. We're blessed. This is an amazing feeling, and it's going to be life-changing. I mean, you know what kind of company T-Mobile was and what he's been able to change it to. And I'm just excited. This is life-changing experience. And it's going to impact so many lives, Jay. So many. We're going to make sure.
Well, y'all heard it here first on our platform. Caitland Rodgers blessed us today with some insight. You never know what you're going to hear inside this special platform with powerhouse women like Caitlyn. Caitlyn, I want to give you some final words here, just coming from the heart. You got all kind of fire, all kind of passion in you. Why don't you speak to the audience with some parting words? We'd love to hear from you on that.
Absolutely. I want to be able to tell you this, guys. Believe in yourself. If you have a dream, get it out of your mind and put it down on paper and take action on it. Educate yourself, become brilliant in your trade, and then come and talk to me. Come and talk to United People so we can help you get access to capital. We don't want to be the reason why you can't scale your business. You can't scale your business, be the reason why you can't, is because you can't get access to capital. So believe in yourself. Create that dream, put it down on paper, and believe that you have the power that you need to create your future.
Man, y'all heard it. We got all kind of power that came through this powerhouse woman today. Caitlyn, thank you for taking the time, for blessing us. Thank you for taking the time, for honoring us with this knowledge and inspiration and passion. So we are appreciative of your time. We know you're busy. You're probably going to get right back at it, taking people all the way up. Everybody, it was a pleasure having Caitlyn. It's a pleasure for all of our guests that tuned in. We'll see you guys soon. Blessings and love, everybody. Thank you, Caitlyn.
Thank you.